It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it comes your way next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare and prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
Yeah, when the play breaks down, I think that's where the real fun begins. I mean, it is just so hard. You mentioned it. These defensive coordinators, they spend all week, and every time the ball is snapped, you really have to defend two plays. And what I mean is you defend the initial play that is called by the offense in the huddle, and then you also have to defend the scramble play, the breakdown, the improv. That's what makes these quarterbacks so dangerous. And it just takes one breakdown defensively for a big play, and it's 6.
A return now from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
A second down throw for Hurts. He'll let one go down the middle. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
And how impressive was that, Mike? I mean, not only to be able to generate that amount of separation downfield, but then to track the ball. Remember, this was a running back, but he looked like a wide receiver, and we're looking around the league, Mike, and a lot of these backs, in order to play in today's NFL, you have to be part receiver.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Here's Barkley. He'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. Man in motion is Smith. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
On fourth down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Set to return is Xavier Gibson. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from Ohio State, 6'3", Justin Fields.
There's a lot of guys out there, Mike, that over the last couple years, the start of Justin Fields' career, they love nitpicking his game. It's a little unconventional. He's not an in-rhythm, on-time pocket quarterback, but I think that's okay. I think some of the
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Oh, and they're going to get him again. 2 plays, 2 sacks by the defense.
That big boy was moving, Mike. That was impressive. I mean, it's not easy to bring down this quarterback in any situation, but to hawk him down from his interior defensive line spot, nearly out by the sideline, that's beyond impressive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Fields. A throw on the move is caught.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
On comes the punt team now for the Jets. Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run. It's Barkley. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's complete. Tight end got it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
On second down, Hurts. There's the tight end, Greg Calcaterra. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
He's got his tight end, Goddard, working the middle of the field. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Hurts will work here from the pistol. This is caught at the 2. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier.
And he will do it himself. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles are out to a 10-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense about ready to get going on their second possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's all. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Sidney Brown there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Fields now. That's complete to Jeremy Ruckert. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
That pass play good for 22. Good for a Jets first down. Fields. He'll go down. They drop him for the sack on the final play of this first quarter. So after 1, it's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. A run here with Hall. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. To throw is Fields. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Eagles offense headed back to take over once more. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it beginning on this drive. First and 10. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Hurts. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. He was looking for his tight end Dallas Goedert that time, and it'll be third down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
On third down, it's Hurts. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Man in motion is Brown. Again, Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
A pistol snap back to Hurts. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
To the air again, Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Philadelphia.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Hurts will try it again. This one is caught by Dotson. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now Barkley. And he's into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles move further out in front. It is now 17-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Penei Wanwu now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with 1st down. They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Another run here with Hall. Up the sideline at the 35. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
Fields now to throw on 1st down. It is brought in by Josh Reynolds. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Second down, it's Fields. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm, being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he will score. Reese Hall, touchdown, New York. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Anders Carlson now for the PAT. His kick is good, and the Jets are back in this one. It's 17-7. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Avery Williams on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. Dotson, the man in motion. On first down, it's Hurts. And that's complete to A.J. Brown.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. And they'll throw here with Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being completed.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. He runs with it. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And their lead will stay right where it is. So we've reached halftime here in South Philly, and the Eagles are on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. Here, it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Gibson now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jets offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Give up the middle with Hall. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle. Third and a yard. He'll try to run for it with Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1. Off the play action, here's Fields. Reed Blankenship had the tight coverage and comes up with the defensive play.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays, but I think they've got to continue to search for those.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
To return is Williams. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Eagles offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Hurts again. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's got his man. It's Smith. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Hurts. This one complete to Bryant. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Now it's Hurts. That one caught by Smith. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Now he'll run it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that...
It is brought in the end zone. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Eagles.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Eagles up their lead. It's now 24-7. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Jets offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing is Fields. That one into the hands of Smart. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Second and a yard. Now Fields. That's caught. It's Braylon Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
A 1st down throw for Fields. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. This one caught by Lazard.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
3rd and long. Back to throw is Fields. Quick throw, taken in. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Fields to throw for it. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have a Jets first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on fourth down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he'll be taken down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
A tight end in motion now. They'll run. It's Hall. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. They'll send a tight end in motion. One more time, they give it to Hall. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Third and goal coming up.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's third and goal. Man, that's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Breece Hall. Touchdown, New York. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Carlson now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jets back within 10. It's now 24-14. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Hurts working in the pistol. Now a quick throw taken in by Brown. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about...
They're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Taking off, and he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A run with Barkley. Finds an alley to the 35. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll run with the Clemson product. This is Will Shipley. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Running from the pistol with Barkley. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down. It was 3rd and 5, and they picked up 7. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Third and 6. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. They're going to send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.